Captain 6 Romeo, wing palm, number 63, close to option east Ashram, out of bird activity, and the departure and runway to right. Block of pros. Overhead, Montgomery Field at or above 1,000, and wing calm.
Cross the field 1,000, 60 Romeo. Good.
Clear behind us. Get your eyes outside for me, Weston, here.
Yep.
You're looking about that 50 feet in front of us where those taxiway lines are. There you go. Super hard to pick up when you're not looking out.
Yep.
Clear us on the right here.
Clear on the right.
And we'll just start going for it here. Sweep us around this taxiway area right here.
Yep.
Good. Let's still shoot for that 60 knots. And why is it 60? What is our best rate of climb?
For this, I want it. The best rate of climb is 65, isn't it?
Not 65.
No.
Looking at something closer to 50.
Oh, that's right. This one's 50, and then
Not quite 50, but it's
55?
53.
No, 53.
Yep. So, but we always climb out at 60. Do you know why that is?
Just because of, I mean, if you had engine failure, you gotta
Scoop down this way. So we do 60 for extra, that little bit of extra kinetic energy in case of engine failure. Cool, we're ready to go. Your power in and we're accelerating to 75.
6 Romeo, number 623, clear for the option. Remain north of runway 28 right at all times and report each pass.
23 cleared for the option, remain north of 28 at all times and report on the go each time. 60 Romeo.
Cool, and I want you to try and hold that 75 knot attitude today.
Alright.
So whatever 75 looks like at straight and level, kind of get that sight pictured. So it's a little bit nose low for us.
I got you, okay.
And I just pulled your car heat for you since we were going below 18 inches there.
Cool.
Attitude right here. So as we come up, I like to use reference points. So right as we're coming up to the 15 here.
Right.
Oh, we're at 19. Let's just drop it down to about 15.
Okay.
Clear, 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 and we'll start pitching for 60 in the turn.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. There's a nice, and we're not going to go anything below 15. We don't want to dive this down. Just a nice 15 inches.
Right.
Again, not wanting you to really focus on those numbers, but just kind of get the feel of how far you're dropping it on that initial
I gotcha.
descent.
Okay.
Cool. We're going down to 7 and holding 60 knots here for this normal approach to the numbers. Lights are out. Gauges are all in the green. Again, for commercial students, pre-landing checks. See, we're kind of nose low here.
Yep.
Let's level it out just slightly. There we go. Beautiful. This looks nice. Very nice. Not moving that collective a whole awful amount. We really don't have to as long as we maintain that nice level setup from early on.
Right.
Very nice. Breaking through ETL here as soon as we lose our airspeed. Nice. A little bit more forward here. There you go. So we're just, that's not to increase speed, just to keep our level attitude. Cool. So we were a little hot there at the end.
Right.
So that was just a delay on our rate of closure.
Right. Gotcha.
Everything else was coming through. I'll go ahead and lower your carb heat for you.
Okay.
But not too shabby. We'll just work on not being so hot there at the end.
Gotcha.
And that's all that was. Cool. So let's do a clearing turn. We're supposed to do clearing turns before every maneuver, if we can. Obviously, if someone's on the final, then I got you clear.
Okay. Good.
Then we're good. All right. Let's start with that steep.
Okay. 60 Romeo on the roll.
After 60 Romeo, number 623, clear for the option, wind 1604.
23 clear for the option.
All right, cool. Let's work on our level offs too. Just a reminder, we're holding 60 this whole time.
Okay.
That's our nice best rate of climb, safest best rate of climb, I should say.
Right.
So 50 feet prior, we got a pretty hefty rate of this climb here, so we'll do it a little bit sooner. All right, here we go. We're going to pitch for 75. Hold that power in you have right now. Just a nice gradual
We're going to go out to
pitch for 75.
Gotcha.
Number 8, Papa Charlie with.
Cool. So now we're on the 9. We'll just lower it back down. What are we at? 19?
Yeah, like 19.
Cool. And again, I don't want my students focusing on these numbers. That's just the mechanics after you get, it's something to shoot for. So once you get those mechanics down, you're all outside and you're just doing the same thing every time. All right, I'm holding 60. I'm going to pitch forward to what looks like 75 knots and then lower it back down.
Gotcha.
On my number. Cool. All right, so this time let's shoot a shallow approach running landing.
Okay.
And then once we get past these buildings, we're gonna have to drop her down pretty quickly and then slow her down.
All right.
Oh, I never noticed there's a basketball court right there. Cool. There we go, nice. Alright, so our eyes at the end of the runway here. We're limiting you to 20 inches. We'll hold good, we're letting her slow down. There's losing ETL, so we're just kind of pushing her forward here. There's our limit right there, so don't pull anymore. And just a nice forward here. So we got a lot of action going on. There you go. Go ahead and pick her on up since the runway's so rough. We're going to slow her down next time a little bit more. So we pulled a little bit too much power and you still had a lot of that aft going on.
All right.
So let's get that out of your head. Remember, we're looking for that 65 knot attitude, so we're going to go pretty far aft, hold that aft, and then as soon as we come in, we're coming up when you pass that 70, we're going to apply that forward cycling to hold on that 65 knot attitude. So right around
runway 3 is right westbound, King Air.
The toughest part, and this is across the...
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I've got the traffic 60 Romeo.
What's up to 60 Romeo, roger.
I don't have him.
He's just rolling down the runway.
Oh, okay.
The King Air's just lining up for it, so.
Winds are calm.
Go 3, 2, 1, and auto.
Go aft. Hold that aft. Check. There's 65. Hold that 65 knot attitude. Rate that.
Right.
Watching those RPMs.
Yep.
Kind of bled it off a little bit there. Let's get this flare in here. Flare it, roll her on. So that was a lot of chasing there for whatever reason. This thing likes to fall. Very interesting.
It's not much of a autoer.
It's not. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, auto.
Alright, good. Check. There's that 65. Hold this attitude right here. That's what it looks like. A little bit steep, actually. Hear those loads?
Yep.
All right, cool. So hold this nose. Gentle, harder.
Harder.
Roll it on. See how you're kind of falling through it there?
Right.
Cool.
Okay, I see what you mean by like once you're no longer getting the lift effect from flaring.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. And you can either flare harder.
The direction, typing on altitude.
You have all controls.
2,400.
You can either flare harder or you're going to have to increase and lower nose, even if you have more forward airspeed.
Northwest.
We're going to go 3, 2, 1, auto.
Right, there's our aft checking.
Yep, there's RPM.
And there's 65. So we can spot RPM.
Okay. Gotcha, alright.
Holding that nose forward. You see how this nose is staying forward here?
Gotcha. RPM, alright.
Still forward, still forward. Alright, if anything, we're lowering collective here. We're getting a build. Build, 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 build. Rolling on. Eyes outside.
Gotcha.
Left pedal.
Okay.
So that was, and it could be a little bit more fine-tuned.
Right.
You got all controls.
I got controls.
But we really want you focusing on keeping that forward in there for 65.
Right, I gotcha.
And then we're going to flare at about 40. And when we get the mechanics down, what really helps when we just start working on those flares, Weston, is when we go a 4 count. Level, gentle, harder flare.
Gotcha.
4 second, and it works beautifully every time. It's amazing.
Okay.
Cool. I'm thinking let's do another steep and then we'll do some quick stops before we bring her on in.
Okay.
How are you feeling, by the way?
That's good.